So at this part in Prey, I've managed to go into what is called the material extractions room, and you can kind of see this room has been kind of beat up. But there's some really interesting things. One, there's a human being that's actually talking to me. He's not mind controlled. It's the first person that I've actually met that isn't dead or mind controlled. So it was a pretty big deal. And there's also a really odd door over here that I'm going to get to in just a minute, but let me go ahead and show you. This is on my way to the guts place that I'm going to show you on the objectives here. Access the guts and the psychotronics, and this has been a very, very long mission of snaking through a lot of different areas on the ship, and we end up here, and we need to go through this other side of the room, but you can stop and obviously do a couple other things with this, you know, letting this guy out. And let's go ahead and go over here. Now, a couple other my videos have not turned out. I've either gotten some calls right in the middle of when I'm trying to do this or whatever. So I do kind of know a little bit about this. So if it sounds like I know more than I should, it's just because I've had to do this a couple times.
I don't mean to be a nuisance, but when do you think we'll get to that breach?
I'm headed out there as we speak.
What do you think happened?
Hard to say until I lay eyes on it. Could be some micrometeoroids punched a hole. Rare, but it happens.
Okay, good. Hopefully it's just that.
Is there something you're not telling me?
No, of course not. It's just that storage room has classified exotic materials. We really can't have it be inaccessible.
I understand.
So I don't know if that was a glitch or there's like an exorcism going on here with like things just kind of going across the room. But it was a little creepy, and the music's starting to get a little creepy. But basically in this room there is exotic materials that she's talking about that are classified, and we're going to go ahead and try to get those. Basically an asteroid or a meteorite or something has ripped a hole in the ship. And we need to get a better glue gun. It looks like we need to get the $1 million cult gun. And we're going to go ahead and focus, or we're going to have to repair that. So we'll probably have to do some spacewalking up there. So he has actually promised to give me the key to the armory. Now, I guess you could always actually let him out, get the code, and then reload if that's kind of something your thing.
Training for it anyways, until I got locked up. Behold, the wicked man conceives evil, is pregnant with mischief, and gives birth to lies. Does that sound like anybody you know?
Not sure. So there's this mimic multiplication.
Come on now, goddammit, let me out.
And I am like not gonna do anything with mimic on there. I really don't want to do it. But here's his rap sheet. You got to see what he's done. And I was joking with a friend about this because it's like, you know, a lot of crimes I could probably forgive. If you're not eating somebody's face off and like murdering a bunch of people, a lot of this I could probably overlook since we're in dire circumstances and everybody else is dead. So he's got human trafficking, kidnapping, solicitation, drug use, and fraudulent, you know, impersonation. And a lot of those, I'm a little concerned about the kidnapping, but all the other ones, like, I'm not a minor. You know, a lot of these things are just like, you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and let him out.
What are you reading? My rap sheet, huh?
Yep.
Look, I'm telling you, on my mama's grave, that is a stack of lies meant to make pushing that button easier on you. Okay, fine, listen. I want to be honest. Some of it probably is true. I done some wrong in my days, but this ain't right now. Come on, y'all got to let me out of here.
Well, I'm going to reward your honesty. You said you did some wrong things, so... Doors.
I never did anything to those kids. I was just getting them out of a bad spot, that... Now that's what I'm talking about. Some human decency, friend. You're the one person that showed me any real kindness, and you can believe I won't forget it. If you still want that code, it's 8714.
And that's for the armory code just right behind me there.
Listen, you run into any other fellas wearing a green jumpsuit? Watch your ass. Well, they ain't all decent human beings like me. I seen one of the other volunteers come through here, a big guy. Bastard wouldn't let me out. Now I'm glad he didn't. Watched him bash some poor sucker's head in with a wrench. Kept going on and on about black eggs and whatnot. Real disturbed.
So that's kind of creepy. So two things that he says. He says that...
Like that. Where'd they get them? Bottom of the ocean or something?
We'll wait till he gets something. But he says that there is basically anybody with a green jumpsuit, we can
Being here,
now
you start to
basically
miss
assume
things you
that
gladly said good riddance to. Like this little miniature poodle I used to have. Ugly as sin. Little shit used to chew holes in my boots. I wonder what he's doing now.
Yeah, I don't know where your dog is. Shut up now. That's why I usually have to come over here to like talk, because he won't like shut the hell up. But anyway, we can basically get that anybody with a green jumpsuit is a prisoner, so we need to kind of stay. He says stay away from him. I don't know if I would trust a prisoner's word on that kind of stuff. The other really creepy thing is he said there was a volunteer. Now, there's two types of people on this ship. There's the volunteers and there's the actual employees. And he said one of the volunteers walked by, didn't let him out, and he started, like, murmuring about eggs, like, basically, and then bashed somebody's head in with a wrench. So that's... I wonder if that was one of the mind-controlled guys. At this point, let's go ahead and go into the armory that he gave us the code for. I don't have the hacking skill of level 3. I have it up at level 2 so far. But so we've got a glue cannon, neuromod, test tube samples, not really anything special. The bullets I really need. And this is actually the first chance that we actually get the actual shotgun. I found the shotgun ammo before, I just haven't been able to find the shotgun. Nothing over here. Now, the cool thing about this game is you can actually take the ammo out of the gun, since I don't actually have room for all of this stuff. And this is actually a turret. And what I'm going to go ahead and do... Let's go ahead and see what the upgrades are on the shotgun, because I'm actually kind of curious. I do have a couple of weapon upgrade mods. That's these right here, the kits. And if you do the menu here and you go to the upgrade button, and later on you can upgrade these, the ones that are locked anyway, because you can only do rank 1 right now, but you can later unlock more. So we can get more firepower, less recoil, ammo capacity, and things like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the firepower. That would mean less bullets, basically. And I'm going to save my other weapon upgrade kit for later. So let's go ahead and take this with us. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick on the turret. And real quick, actually, I almost forgot. I wanted to show this. There are some new neural mods that actually unlock later. So when you first start the game, those of you that play the demo or whatever it may be, you had scientist, engineer, and security. They could either be, you know, upgrading your health, upgrading your range, your combat focus, you know, all that kind of stuff. Later on, you get these, and they're actually the mimic abilities. So I can morph, and I can use telepathy. The caveat being that if I were to do that, the turrets will now think I have alien DNA in me and will start attacking. As of right now, they don't attack me. So I'm kind of like, better not do that. I'm going to go ahead and do this, increase my health. Now, the cool thing is it says natural lifespan increased by 50 years. I thought that was kind of neat. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that one while I have it. The health seems to be a pretty important piece of this game, if you will. Now what I can do up here, you can see Mimic. I'm going to go ahead and deploy.
Deploying.
That will scan for any aliens. I happen to know there's an alien in here just because like I said, I've had another video and it just didn't end up turning out. Now where the hell did he go? A bit frightening that he just kind of disappeared like that. A couple of spare parts. As I was saying before, you can't actually seem to make the spare parts, at least that I've seen yet. Is there something underneath it here? Throw it. I was hoping to be able to show that. Hoping to show some footage of the shotgun, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do some other things off camera for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and go back to these multiple objects that you see here, and then I'm going to come back to the guts thing, and we'll go ahead and resume the video when I'm back at this place again after doing some of those objects, or the optional missions. So here I am in a part, this was the magnetic sphere or magnetosphere, whatever. And basically we're trying to fine. The guts, they elaborate a little more now that the objective's been updated, and it's basically this tunnel series, and we're supposed to be reaching this deep storage place called the Arboretum. Arboretum. We'll say that's what it is. But that part of the ship, and they really haven't said too much more about it. There's some really cool areas. There's actually some areas that are zero gravity whenever you jump into these. It's really, really cool.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I've already searched him. I came back this way. I grabbed something off of somebody. So let me check on our map here. So I need to go up, which I believe. I'm gonna kind of see what's down here because it looks like there's a couple blinking items down here. Oh, that's like on fire too. That was, I believe that's where I came from. Up there was the Psychotronics. And there's these new enemies. And they're like these crystallids. And they are pretty terrifying. Okay, here's the cargo tunnel. Is there anything in here? Or is that on fire too? Let's roll right here. No, nothing really in there. So that was cargo tunnel. Let me make sure I'm on the right path here. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's... You see that? It actually tells you no matter what way you're facing, it's like cargo tunnel. That's kind of neat. So I had to get this one guy. That's why I had to go into that other area, is just get his key card. So got his key card. That's really all you missed. Now, earlier in the game, and I don't remember if I had this on a video or not, but the mimics, when they were studying, they actually say they can weave this stuff basically out of thin air, and they were still trying to figure out what it was.
What's happening? Don't let them do this to you.
That was a little terrifying. So I don't know if it... Now I'm starting to wonder if this is like a memory network, but... It doesn't hurt you. You can like go right through it. There's no issues, but like I said, the mimics, they said, were able to just weave this stuff out of thin air, and they were trying to figure out like why.
Appears to be centered around the creation of this substance. The original researchers called it coral. Beautiful, but we're not sure what its purpose is. It's never spread outside the containment cylinder until now.
Oh, that's okay. So the researchers have called it coral. I'm going to check on my map here. I always like the, if you've ever read Robert Frost before, he says the path not taken, or the path less taken. I always tend to, that's actually radiated, so we're not going to go that way. You do have like this equivalent, if you ever played Fallout, there's this Radaway. There is an equivalent. Let me see if I've got any in my inventory. Anti-rad. I'm going to go ahead and heal up slightly. And let's see. I did get a couple new weapons. I've showed some of these though, but the Q-beam's pretty cool. We do have the shotgun like I was showing earlier. I should use my suit repair, but I'm going to kind of wait. Some dim sum. It also frees up some inventory. It's another reason why I'm kind of looking at this. I was able to accumulate 11 medkits, and I'm actually kind of impressed. I made it this long without having to use them. Some beer. I love how it cures fear. It's funny. So something interesting here I want to show really quick. I have enough ammo, I think, to kind of waste a couple, but if you ever see these open things, you can actually plug them up with the glue gun, glue cannon, and it actually seems to stay. That would indicate an enemy, I believe. Oh, great. Yep. I think these are these crystallids, unless that's a new enemy. It kind of looks a little new. Yeah, the crystalloids, that's what it is. And they like are on fire, and then they can like hit you, and you basically just have to run past them. because I haven't been able to really hit them. So I just kind of run past them and let them blow up. And I don't think they...
Power plant has been compromised.
Yeah, they didn't follow me. They kind of just explode, and it kind of works out. You just kind of run past them. They're kind of like...
I'm not a comm tech. I'm doing the best
Gosh, I hate to say Banelings, but they're kind of like that. Let's go ahead and take these.
Can you hear me? Sarah?
These are good for crafting.
Been trying to
So anytime you see these, you want to kind of pick up those kind of parts.
Bay, and those things are in here too. They're crawling all over the station. Check everything around you. Hit it with a wrench.
Check the wrench first.
Sam, he's right. These things... Smash every freestanding thing and see if it comes back at you. Get to a secure area, and when you're safe, call me via transcribe. I'm sending you a secure contact, alright? Understood. I left my transcribe in the coolant monitoring station. Heading there now. I can load
Is that...
myself in. Are you okay?
Kind of looks like an enemy. Oh, he's already dead. Okay.
Micah, get safe.
Never be too cautious. Oh, he looked alive. Holy crap. Oh, maybe that's just a glitch. Okay. So I was like, his arm is moving. Now, these Typhon lures I picked up, they kind of explain, basically, they're attracted, the mimics are attracted to light, but it's like a specific type of light, basically, and you can, like, throw it down, and they'll all, like, kind of run to where that, you know, whatever that is, and you can kind of lure them there, and then you can kind of hit them. They'll kind of just stare in the light like a deer in the headlights is kind of what it was explained, the way they made it seem anyway. So this, I did get leverage too, so I can kind of move a lot of these heavier objects. It seems like they block a lot of rooms with that type of stuff later on, and if you have the correct carry skill, like this is actually leverage 3, but once you can do that, you can actually enter some pretty cool areas. There was some eel. Let me go ahead and see what I've got in my inventory here. Eel scrap. That's the first one I've seen of that. I wonder if that's a food. A pile of eel offal. Okay. Looks appetizing.
Nice work. The entrance to deep storage is off the Arboretum. Your brother's office is up here as well. Jupiter and his palace at the top of the heavens. He used to say it behind his back. But that would make you... what? Neptune? Pluto.
I didn't expect a Mimic to be like right there when I walked in. Usually they kind of have been nice and give you a little bit of a safe space whenever you first come into these places, but okay, let's see what we've got here.
Sure about this? Not too late to flush it all out in airlock, you know.
I'm sure. Are you having second thoughts?
No way. I'm in. It's just I'm not the one incriminating myself.
There's no happy ending for me either way. I'm trying not to think about it.
Sorry.
Did you make arrangements?
Mitchell's on board. He's gonna bring me food.
I don't need to know the details. Better that way. It has to happen on your next rotation. I put everything in a package labeled mementos. The package is in my cabin. It's got to go to every media outlet imaginable.
Got it.
And Quentin, be careful. Security is already scrutinizing me more than usual.
So we can build a lot more things now with this fabricator. We can build a suit repair kit. A lot of new items here. EMP charges, anti-rad. The Neuro mod was actually really nice, and I think I'm going to build a couple of those. I'm going to go ahead and build another thing of 9mm bullets because you never know when you're going to need those. So I think I've got around 60 now if I do that. I think I can make shotgun shells. How much was that? That was another 3. How much is the Neuro mod? 2. That'll work out perfect. Make some shotgun shells. The shotgun seems to be doing pretty well as far as damage. I'm pretty impressed with that over the pistol. In some games you kind of wonder about some of these, like how powerful a gun is, kind of a thing. But okay, so let's go ahead and build the Neuro mod. I kind of like that. aspect of it, because it's like you can only pick up so much of it, and if you miss some, and it definitely is nice to be able to create more of these so you can kind of level up. And let me go ahead and show you, I think there was a couple more. Now, I mentioned this a little earlier, but if you do any of these energy ones, you run the risk of the turrets, because you start picking up alien DNA. You're basically like the way they explained it in the game is that you are merging yourself with this, and it kind of rewrites your DNA. And the turrets will think you have alien DNA and can start actually attacking you. But I have hacking ability, so I think I would be okay if I were to do that. But so a lot of these I think are going to take. How many do I have? I have 4. So I might go ahead and build another neuromod. I have enough. Now the recycler over here, I think I just picked up another, because I already had one of those guns. What's this? The disruptor. So let's go ahead and transfer that one. If you get any extras, I found in the game, you know, just there's a couple different things you can do. You can either recycle it for materials, or you can break it down and it'll give you the spare parts. You can see the dismantle results. Now, I don't have that ability just yet, but so this is the recycler charger. I've been picking up more and more stuff that I just kind of don't know what to do with at this point. Go ahead and check around, make sure I do my due diligence, so if there's not some secret stuff. No, that's just plants. There's like plants growing in here. So it was interesting. I was watching this show on the Discovery Channel, and they were talking about the old no, what was it called? The Soilu. Oh, geez, that's terrifying. That was a question mark.
Are you all right? That Typhon, there's nothing in the research.
Oh, that's great.
Stay away from it.
The Soyuz or something like that, but it was the one. No, it was Mir. I'm sorry, there was the Mir space station. It was the one before we built the International Space Station. I'm thinking of the rockets that take us there now. It's the Soyuz or something like that. I can't pronounce it. They started realizing that when they were looking at it, there was like some kind of fungus or something like that. And so this is unpowered, okay. And they started realizing there's like these big globs of like algae and like all kinds of stuff, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it actually ended up taking over the space station. And they're like, it's amazing that this stuff can survive in outer space, basically. And it kind of took over the rocket, and or the space station. It was kind of interesting to kind of see how that kind of developed in outer space. And it's a very real threat, because if you have that stuff and it spreads, it eventually will take out, and you have nowhere to go, and it's like overtakes the ship. Now it says to go. Oh, there's a. Wow, I'm stupid. I've been really cautious with my suit repairs and my medic
It'd be
kits.
a lot faster and safer than having to fly through the guts again.
Okay, so the gut system was that anti-gravity thing we were in. That's what the gut system is. Okay. I just saw a turret. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that, because I have a very bad feeling that we're gonna need these. These have a pretty good strength to them. They can usually take a few hits from these aliens, and if you have 2 turrets together, they're usually obviously much better. They do a lot of ammo. And I've got enough spare parts at this point saved up. And here's another shotgun. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll pick up a lot of these parts, and the fabricator's just right around the corner there, so I might go ahead and go back and break some of this stuff down, especially the shotgun. It gives you 2 of the same, like it'll just keep giving you more and more. They don't stack upon each other, so like you see, I have 2 shotguns basically. So let's go ahead and upgrade this again. Let's go ahead and lower the recoil. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the opacity as well. Is there an upgrade for this one? There is. So we can upgrade the power of the Q-beam. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've been usually doing the power on a lot of the damage a lot, because obviously the more damage you do, the less ammo you're spending. And ammo is not exactly common in this game. So it's kind of... I'm just curious. Do they... Okay. I need to get rid of this. I have no idea why they have this in the game. This is basically a toy Nerf gun, is what they basically made that. Okay, so we've upgraded that. For those of you that were kind of wondering too, this is the glue gun. You can actually upgrade the handling and the range. The combat is really, really stiff, and I myself was guilty of, you know, kind of knocking the game in the beginning. But it's one of those games that as you move along, it gets a little better as you upgrade it. So the main lift. Ooh, more goodies. Now that Typhon that he was talking about, basically the mimics, or, you know, whatever they want to call them, was a little concerning that it was not registered in the system, so I kind of gotta watch that.
Open this door!
Oh, where are you at, bud? Is it over here? Oh, shit.
You alright?
See if I can scan this guy here.
Specimens required.
So he's mind controlled like that other guy. That is interesting. I wonder if that's the guy that does it. I wonder if it's this person or this thing over there. That's kind of interesting. Because we met in an earlier video I showed you in the trauma center. There was a guy in a locked room, and he was mind controlled. And I didn't have the password, and I wasn't going to open it at that time, because if he's mind controlled, there's only so many people that are alive in this game, and I hate to kill them when I don't know the full situation. Now there's a trophy that says, like, I think it says like Mind Jack, or it says something like, it leads to the fact that I think you're supposed to be able to cure the people that are mind controlled. So whether that's breaking that, you know, whatever that may be. I think I'm going to go ahead and move. The cool thing about these is you can actually move these. I'm going to move this down here, because I have a bad feeling something's coming. There was a mimic right behind me, wasn't there? Oh, he just destroyed that, didn't he? Little asswipe.
Good afternoon, Talos. Security reminder. Sticky notes, even well-hidden ones, are not a secure means of storing your workstation password.
Wow, he literally just destroyed that. Oh, I didn't want to hack. No, I didn't want to hack that. Show you the hacking real quick. It's just a little mini game. And you just have to be fast and then hit the correct button when you get into the circle. Nothing crazy about that. Okay, so we'll carry. I meant to just tap that once. I didn't mean to hold that. So I don't know what that was. I've never seen that. There's a lot of these things in here that have question marks on them, but it could be a wide range of things. Deploy. Oh, geez. What the heck? So this over here is the loading bay. I like to explore, so you know, there's just a lot of cool stuff I've been able to pick up, or extra materials, you know, whatever it may be. Loading bay. Multiple objectives. Is that back the way I came? Oh, okay, so you can just kind of go back here. That actually kind of works out, because now I can break down the shotgun. Maybe I'll have enough to make another neuromod or something. I think I'm up to 5 of those, and I'm going to take a look at those. Maybe I'll upgrade another. Let's see what I need for a neuromod. I don't. Oh well. Freed up some inventory space and nothing else. Now we can kind of quickly go through there. So it looks like there's main lift, and then there's this objective over here. Gosh, this area is huge. Okay, so there's... Oh boy, there's a phantom over here. Okay, so before we do that, let's go grab this turret. Oh, I keep doing the hacking. I do not mean to do that. Takes a couple seconds. It's kind of weird that, like, it's a little hard to control, to be honest. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Okay, I think these are... Oh, there's a high... And a med kit.
Checking for updates. Servers offline.
Okay, so the Phantom's over here. So I like to take these turrets. That's the cool thing is I love the portability of these. It's really, really neat design. So let's go ahead and put this...
Log submitted.
Let's go ahead and put that like right there.
Eradicator auto.
Now any kind of the glue stuff in here, you just kind of... You can knock it back. And another cool thing is you can actually use this glue can and we can actually freeze him. Oh shoot. You killed my cannon. Ooh, you know what? I need to heal up. I almost died. Let's go ahead and use some suit repair kits. I have a couple of them, so might as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to equip... How many bullets do I have for that? I have about 30. Let's go ahead and equip this one. I'll show you the shotgun really quick. It seems to work pretty well. Let me... A couple shots seems to take them out pretty good. So. Here's another glue cannon. We have to go back. God, I hate these things. Here, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get the other turret. Because I absolutely hate those things. They're like these little corrupted... If you ever see them before, they look like the... Did that just say alien material detected? But they look like the science, they look like the the repair bots and things like that, but it looks like they got corrupted. So it appears that the machines can actually corrupt the... Like the mimics can actually take control of the machines too. And that's kind of frightening in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let this, well, hold on, let me put it like right here. Oh, and I can scan. And every time you scan, it seems to give you a little more research on these. So they have a weakness. Oh, shoot. Forgot there was two. Every time you scan one, too, it's kind of nice. It gives you a little more information on them. So they have a weakness to melee, which I've been usually... That's how I've been usually hitting them. Oh, they're actually stuck. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, let me show you this then, because we'll go ahead and use the key. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hack this. There we go. Let the turret do most of the work. I'm curious if you could ever end up, like, curing these. And they'll actually explode, so you kind of want to back up. What the heck? Like I said, you want to back up because they'll explode whenever they get done, and that will damage you. They will give you these Q-beam cells, which is good for that. Let me see that gun. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. The Q-beam. So that's kind of the good thing about taking those guys out. Let me see what we've got. And the West stood tall. Talks about Kennedy. Now, I think the weird thing is they talk about a lot of his legacy, and it seems a lot of it alternate history. You know, they talk about it right there. Okay, so here's the crew member in the Arbitorium. We have a lot of people that are actually alive. One of those being Alex. So I'm kind of... He's the president. Interesting. He's actually in here. The other cool thing is they have to download the security maps. I love that. Now you have a map of the whole entire area. I'm not gonna go. Well, we already hacked it, so there's no reason to close that. Let's go ahead and eat some of that food. There is a trophy for like eating one of every type of food, I think. Thought that was kind of interesting. Picked up a lot of food, actually. That's a quick and easy way to basically get to full health. Kind of save your med kits for later. Looks like we have a storage room, but we need a key card. Oh, another phantom. Yikes. Where's my gun? Wonder if I can set this up. There we go. Quiet. Nobody breathe. I'm gonna use my pistol over here.
0.7.6 online. Debug build version 0.
Oh, sneak attacks do more. Okay, I like that. Definitely like that. Turret, you're not doing your job. There we go. Did we get him? Yeah. We got some banana pudding. That's awesome. All right. And this is the habitation pod down here. Now these flowers down here, here's another. The cool thing is after you kind of search or you pick up a lot of these things. Let's go ahead and we'll just pick up the ammo. I don't need both. I don't think. We'll pick that up later if we need it. I need the ammo more than anything. But the cool thing is so these flowers down here, if you pick them up, that actually turns into the organic material. And then if you discover these people on the computer, it'll tell you if you've discovered them or not after you go in, and it's pretty cool. So the dinner begins at 7. So we do not have a key card. So we need a key card actually to get in that area. Oh, there's actually stuff in this luggage. Oh, cool. I still love that alcohol that cures fear. It's just kind of funny. So before I end this one, I kind of want to give some of my thoughts to those. I know everybody's going to have a little bit of a different opinion of games, but my opinion, I'm a big fan of Bethesda games. I just love their open world concept. A lot of people are going to not like their combat system. If you're more of a Halo, you know, Call of Duty type of person, I don't think you're going to like the combat as much in their games. They tend to focus more on story. You know, I've always just loved the story, loved the combat. I know people that don't like it, but to each their own. To me, this game, it's interesting, but it is really, really hard. So just kind of be aware that this is a little bit of a difficult game. Not a lot. I wouldn't say it's like Dark Souls difficult, but just prepare. It is a little more challenging than most of the Bethesda games out there, I think. And it's open world, but it's kind of small. You tend to go from one part of the ship to the other. What the heck is that? Run away to the turret! A lot of times they will follow you up here. If I can get them to... Come on, scan, 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 scan! I did find a thing that like allows me to scan faster too.
Specimens required.
There's no way that turret's gonna last.
Alien threat detected.
Oh shit. Actually kind of did. I'm actually kind of impressed. Oh, this is a thermal. You know, I wonder if I had... Because I remember it had a bunch of question marks, but I wonder if until... There was another mimic over here, wasn't there? Okay, let me... I like to bash these with the... bash them with the... with the wrench, just so I can save my ammo. But this is one of those games, like I said, it is open world, but it's not like your Fallout and your Skyrim. You really... It's more of a smaller map, and you just tend to go from one part of the ship to the other. So you're going to go back and forth a few times. No password. I could hack into that. What does that have? Operator. These are actually handy, and I am going to hack that. This would actually give me either a medical guy or a... engineer. Either one I could really use at this point. God, give me like the hardest freaking map over here. think I'm gonna make it. Oh, maybe I will. Thank you for being so kind of putting that like right there. Usually they put them on like opposite ends of the map. So request operator, you get 3 of them as it shows here.
Requesting new
And this is an engineer, so this will repair my suit. As I said, either one would actually be helpful. I love the 3D printing aspect of this.
engineering class operator.
But I think the story's kind of interesting, but not blow you away. Where is he going? Hey, bud. I kind of... Okay. There he goes. I was like, I kind of needed you over here.
Inspecting. Your suit's leaking.
And he'll fix my suit. You can see like the army, now, or the armor now up to 100 there. So I think, you know, the story's kind of like, it's interesting, but it's not so interesting to keep you engaged. There's a lot of times where you're like kind of going around. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish the game. Oh, shoot. Get out of there. There's 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to switch to the shotgun for this one. Didn't expect all those guys. I think the elevators are pretty cool. It just kind of like transports you up. There's a lot of neat aspects of the game. Don't get me wrong. But overall, I think for most of you, I would highly recommend renting the game. I don't know if I would just go out and buy the game. I don't know if it was that interesting to me. Around about a $30, $35 price point, I think you're going to be pretty happy with the game and with what it has to offer. But I kind of hope this helps. I hope this was some good gameplay. I showed a lot of the story element. I hope this was... Oh, I can't take... Oh, inventory full. Again. But I think that's going to do it for this. I hope these were helpful in kind of showing you a little bit more about the game. Kind of hopefully made sense of whether you wanted to buy it. Kind of give you a little more understanding of it. Hopefully it was entertaining as always. And thank you.